I've been manifesting something for 7 years and it still hasn't manifested. What am I doing wrong? Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. It's Taj and I'm back today with some more free tea. The first thing I want to say is that your 3D and what you're seeing right now in your 3D is a perfect, and I mean perfect, reflection and projection of your internal state, right? It's perfect feedback. And so this is why I think that it's very helpful to acknowledge the 3D, because you get to see exactly where you need to tweak the stories that you're telling yourself. So again, your 3D is just feedback. It's a constant, instant evidence of the dominant state that you're holding, meaning your most dominant thoughts, assumptions, and beliefs are being reflected back to you in real time, moment by moment. So if you are manifesting something and you're not seeing your 3D change, or you're not seeing it conform, or you feel like it's taking too long, you have to ask yourself, you have to be honest with yourself in knowing that your 3D is not just showing you what it wants to show you. It's not just randomly selecting or choosing a reality to show you. It is literally based on you and the stories you've been telling. Now, when you ask, what am I doing wrong? I can't necessarily say that there's something that you've been doing wrong, other than I think you've been telling the story of, I don't have it, it's not here, it's been 7 years, what am I doing wrong? I think you've been more focused on telling that story, not necessarily consciously, of course. This is all subconscious. You've at some point along the way, you've subconsciously slipped back into the old story, and you've subconsciously slipped back into the story of saying, what am I doing wrong? It's been 7 years, this isn't happening. Or you've just been more focused on telling the story of whatever you're seeing in your 3D, which is not having your manifestation. You've been more so telling that story over and over and over again versus the story that you actually want to create. Because if you were actually telling the story of one that you want to create, you would see some changes in your 3D reflected back to you really soon, really soon. And honestly, the change happens instantly. The moment you decide to start telling a new story, the moment your reality shifts, whether you can see it or not, the moment it shifts. But it's the fact that we're not holding this story long enough. We're not holding on to this story long enough. And I feel like when it comes to time, I think, again, as I said in the last video, I feel like so many people get caught up on time because you are coming from a state of, I hope my 3D is going to reflect. I hope my desires are going to manifest. I'm doing these affirmations. I'm doing my visualization. I'm robotic affirming. I hope this happens for me, versus coming from the state of, because I'm doing my affirmations, because I'm robotic affirming, because I'm visualizing, and because I'm holding the state consistently, and because I'm selecting the new story over and over and over again every chance I get, I know for a fact 1,000,000,000% that my 3D is going to reflect the story that I keep telling, period. There's no other way around it. And I know in the last video I gave you guys an example of cause and effect. I said, you know, if you hold an egg, like if you stand up on the roof of your house and you have an egg in your hand and you drop the egg, are you hoping that the egg is going to crack? Or do you know for sure the egg is going to crack? Like, you're not saying like, oh, I'm going to drop this egg, I really hope it cracks. I really hope this egg cracks when I drop it from, 20 feet in the air. I hope it cracks when it reaches the bottom. You're not hoping that the egg cracks. You know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the egg is going to crack when it reaches the ground. That's just what it is. And so when you know that the egg is going to crack when it reaches the ground, you do not care how long it takes for the egg to reach the ground. You're not even thinking about that for real. You're not even focused on how long it's going to take for the egg to reach the ground. You're not. You just know that once it does hit the ground, it's going to crack. And that is because of the law of cause and effect. And so I think if you guys understood and realized and remember that manifestation, once again, is so perfect. It's just like math. It's literally cause and effect. Because you are holding a state consistently, no matter what, your reality will reflect the state that you've been consistently holding. That's just what it is. And so when you shift and come from a state of knowing, because you know the law of cause and effect is real, then you're not really thinking about time. You're not focused on time. Time is literally exactly what it is. It's an illusion. Like, it doesn't matter. You know that at any moment your reality can change in an instant. Things are shifting in your favor whether you can see it or not. Because you are holding this story, you know for a fact you're expecting your reality to change. You're expecting it to start to conform right before your very eyes, because it's exactly what happens in my experiences and in my reality when I'm manifesting something, because I'm not coming from a space of I hope it manifests. I'm doing all these things, so I hope that it works. I hope this affirming works. I hope this persistent works. Like, no, I'm not coming from this. I know it works, and because I know it works, because of the law of cause and effect, I know for a fact that what I want is going to manifest. So the concept of time is like, I don't even care. You don't even care. And so, I think it's less about what you're doing wrong and more about the story that you're telling yourself. So stop telling yourself that you're doing anything wrong at all, because you're not. The only thing you're doing wrong is probably assuming that you're doing something wrong, for one. And then, if anything outside of that, you're just telling the wrong stories. If you look at your reality right now in every aspect of your life, whether it's finances, whether it's SP, whether it's appearance, whether it is just lifestyle in general, if you just take a look at your reality and look at your 3D and your circumstances as feedback, your circumstances and your reality will show you exactly the stories you've been holding in regard to everything that I just said: SP, finances, appearance, lifestyle. Look at your reality. It will show you the exact story that you've been holding. And so if you are not happy with what is being shown, what you're experiencing, what you're seeing, if you're unhappy with these circumstances, the only way to change it is to change the story that you're telling and never tell the old story again. That's all you have to do, is start telling a new story, a story in which you want to experience, and never go back to the old story. Never go back to another story that does not serve you. That is literally it. And just as your current reality has reflected your dominant state, whether these circumstances are wanted or unwanted, when you change your story, your reality will then reflect that story in just the same way as your reality has reflected your old story. So that's just it. That's just what it is. It's manifestation is so perfect. It's so matter of fact. And this is why, one of the reasons why I love it so much. So I would advise to not even think about time, not even think about anything of the past. From this moment forward, just decide to tell the story that you have what you want, and that's what it is, or you're going to get what you want, whatever, and that's just what it is. And hold that story on repeat. Anytime you get negative thoughts to come in, use those negative thoughts as a reminder to reselect your new story, to tell the story of your new story over and over again. That's literally it. And your 3D has no choice but to reflect it. So everybody that's watching this video, let's show this person who left this comment some love down in the comment section. And whatever you comment today, if you feel led to comment down below, make sure that you comment from the state of the wish fulfilled, okay? So it shouldn't be any complaining in the comments. It shouldn't be anything. Even if you have the urge to be like, oh, but Taj, help me with this, stop yourself and type out something that says, I already have what I want, period. Go ahead and practice being and thinking as the version of yourself that already has everything that you want. So again, let's show this person some love. Let's give them some encouragement. Let them know that we are here to support them, and your desires are literally right here. You just have to allow yourself to get it by stopping yourself from telling stories that no longer serve you. So I will see you guys in the next one. Sending nothing but peace, love, and blessings. Happy manifesting.